Your basic abdominal lifts. This is going to be your BOSU warm-up. Last week we did the ball warm-up. A few weeks ago we did the hoop warm-up. Now this is your BOSU warm-up. I'm going to make a separate video about how you can put together the ab routines with the different strength routines. So this will be in two parts. It'll be your BOSU abs, and then we'll do a body shop strength training workout. We exhale on the lift, inhale on the lower. And you're probably about 8 reps now, and we're gonna do 8 twists corner to corner. So when you work out at home with us, do about 8. If I've edited anything, there might be 6 or 7 repetitions, but do about 8 reps of all these exercises. Make sure you're twisting from the rib cage and keeping your hips nice and stable. So Andrea, I'm just gonna have you for a minute, like go ahead and twist and then lower your hips like really down, like press your hips down. And then go down and then lift your hips up, like be not stable in your hips. So go back down center and let your hips move and then come back up. See your knees start to move. We want to keep all that nice and still, okay? You also don't want to imprint. See, she just went to imprint on that one. Don't do those, okay? So now take a quick rest in the upright position. 10 seconds, just let the muscles rest. And then we're rolling back down. So hands behind the head. We're gonna do abdominal flexion with right hip flexion. So draw up and lower back down. Switch sides. Today we're gonna do 4. I'd like you to do 8 at home. So pause the video and do 8 of these. Working on oblique stabilization here. As you can see, the girls can stay on the BOSU pretty easily, but if you have a new person, they could potentially fall off. And we've done 4 now. Again, and we'll work on your negatives. So my girls know all those cues. They know what to set up for, but I'll talk to you about what a negative is. You go way below the BOSU for an extension in your thoracic spine, and then you go into flexion just slightly higher than the baseline of the BOSU. We will do all 8 of these. Your stomach will burn because you do stretch the stomach muscles and then really contract them. So stretch, reflex, and then contract the muscles. Makes it harder. Range of motion or increased weight or increased lever length are all ways to make your exercises more challenging. Is that about 8? So now we're ready for our side bends. What we do is we put one hand behind the head, the opposite arm reaches long, and you're going to reach in lateral towards your calf. Let's do 4 on each side. Watch that your knees don't cave in. I'll have Katie show that on the next one. Here's the other side. Now on this next one, Katie, let your right knee cave over and really exaggerate it so that we can see you moving in the hips. See how our knees are moving now? So let's go back to center and keep it on this last rep, nice and stable. Good. Now put both hands behind the head. I'm going to do a combo variation. You're going to go down to your negative below the BOSU. You're going to go up, keep both hands behind the head and side bend right, oblique. Come back in and side bend left. These will really burn. Okay, go back down into your negative. Side bends. Good. We'll do 2 more. So great way to mix your routine if you're bored of just all the same reps. Mix your exercises. Take 2 exercises and rotate them every other 1 to 8. You'll be doing 16. You know, but you could do a basic lift and then an oblique twist and then go back to the basic lift again. Is that it? All right,
4
10
reps,
seconds side bends. We've switched our sides. I talked about this last week. Katie, go ahead and bring your back leg in front. That's okay. It's not going to hurt you. It's fine. I prefer the other way. The reason you would do what I just had Katie do, cross the leg over, is if your feet are popping off the ground, it would help anchor you down. Now rotate towards the floor, back to side, back to lift, and rotate. So I think this is a harder position to hold, but I also think it just like opens you in that back hip flexor, keeps your hips nice and open. Use your glutes to stabilize here. Rotate towards the floor, back up. We'll do 4 of these. You could do all 8 in just side bends. You could do all 8 as your rotate side bends. So these are your oblique side bends on the ball, on the BOSU ball. We did it last week on the ball. Fingertips are in front of the eyebrows, so you're never pushing your head forward because that's really important. We already have forward head. So we're trying to bring everything back and lengthen our posture. Now let's rotate towards the ground on this one. Rotate down towards the ground, working through rotation, then back to your side bend, then rotate up and lift up to the ceiling. You'll let me know how these feel. I won't have to tell you. They really target the waistline. Yep, and we keep that chin long. The head follows the line of the twist of the thoracic. We don't look to the ceiling. How do they feel? All right, okay. Let's switch sides. So this is your modified side bridge. Now we call it the modified side bridge because your bottom knee is bent in on the BOSU. Very easy to modify from this is to get rid of the BOSU. So you could do this exercise at home without any equipment. You're doing a side bend through the oblique, a lift, and then you're doing a leg lift as well. Okay, so everyone is nicely in parallel. I'm gonna have Katie show a couple of turned out positions. So see how she's gonna turn out her leg? Well, I feel that's gonna work a little bit more your glute max and your piriformis. I wanna try to target glute med. So I want you to bring that leg into parallel. She just brought it back so I can see now her shoelace is in the bottom of her shoe. We're gonna do 8 of these. And I'll just show a couple of add-ons, although I'm not running them in Body Shop. Make sure not to lift the leg too high. This would be about 8. Let's stay here. You could do leg circles. Let's do 4 in each direction just to give viewers at home another add-on, and then the other direction. And then a real tough one that I'm gonna start to add in parallel, flex the knee in front, exhale, press it out. Difficulty level, challenging. Again, no BOSU is totally optional here. Last one. You could do 8 of all those too. We only did 4 today. And then we're gonna face the floor, go right into your floor position, and we're gonna go into our tricep push-ups. Bend and stretch, tricep push-ups. That same leg that was just long, keep it long. Nice push-ups. Cass, let's get that chin in, skull up. Ponytails are pulled up behind the thoracic. Let's do 5. Let's do a little bar sculpt leg. Stay in your all fours, bend the back heel, and pulse the heel up to the ceiling. 7, 6, 5, 4. Bend the knee, Jess. 2, and 1. That was a new one. She didn't know that variation. Take a rest. You can modify with a straight leg on that. I just wanted a bent knee. So we've switched to the other side. That looks really nice, Julie. Head is nice and long. Good. So we're side bend from the body first too. Lower and lift. Good. That's a correction. And then lift. I want both movements. I'm going to go over here. Side bend. Leg lift. Yeah. I have a good angle with Andrea. We'll keep it here. Head down, Noemi, a little bit. A little more. Good. I hope at home you can see these corrections that these girls make just from me cueing. As everyone will say, you work out all day. No, I don't. I film everybody working out all day. Or I correct form. I don't work out that much. So now we're ready for our leg circles. We'll do 4 in each direction. Remember, if you're just starting at home, you could just do 1 set of the side leg lifts. Circles in both directions for 4. And then we tuck the knee in and out like a right angle. Bring it way in front. I mean, this is the sleeper. This is your hardest sleeper you can probably do. Next to TRX, if you were to do this in TRX. Good. 4 of these. And then turn to the floor. If you could do it without a rest like Andrea just did, she kind of moved. Move your leg out. And we're ready for our 5 tricep push-ups. We'll do 5 tricep push-ups. Good. Have your upper body go towards the floor like a seesaw. That's it, Noemi. Those are really nice. Shifte, those look really good. Merlin, nice. Everyone, great. And then after 5, curl that heel in to meet the butt and a little bar sculpt. Flex that heel to the ceiling. Protract that scapula a little bit, Andrea. Just push up to the ceiling, up. Yep, there you go. Take a rest. Put both knees down, sit back into a shell stretch. Right on the BOSU, stay right there. Chin to the chest, stretch. All right, beautiful. So these are your V-sits. So straighten the legs out. Have room for your sacrum to roll to the BOSU, and then draw it back in. We're gonna do 4 today of your straight visor. This is from last week. Your visor sits. I left that editing in. The visors.
The visors.
Yeah. Now, take it to the right side of your shoulders. So these V-sits are gonna go up and over to the right, back to center, up and over to the left, back to center. 3 more each side. Again, at home, you can do all 8. You can add on. If you want your workout longer, you have to make sure that this is only 20 minutes for your body shop core routine. But you're already starting to sweat, is that right? You're already starting to get your heart rate up. Already starting to do those deep exhalations to get the lactic acid out of the muscles that you're building. We're targeting the smaller muscle groups. Those smaller muscle groups are so that you're not getting bulky when you're weightlifting with me, okay? You're only losing weight, so you're getting more tone. Now is our plank. So I want you to tilt the BOSU to the right, lift the left leg, stabilize. Put that down, and then shift, and then lift. So for my audition in New York, I obviously couldn't bring a big BOSU on the train with me. I brought a couple little things. They didn't show any of my exercises. When they came to Boston, they did film this exercise, but without words. So you're tipping the BOSU, lifting the leg, tipping the BOSU, lifting the leg. Good, make sure not to over flex your back, so just gently squeeze between the shoulder blades. Yep, she just dropped her body down. Do 1 more rep without hyperflexing your thoracic. That's how we talk in here. And then you're resting. Beautiful. Back in a shell stretch. I mean, a shell stretch is great. If you walk your hands over to the right of the BOSU, you're getting through the lats and